What's up, people? Where all this shit? You know what? Nobody asked you anyways, okay? Let me move my shit. God. What a fucking hassle. Okay, so I was thinking about you earlier. I'm just kidding. Like, I would fucking think about you. Just JK, LOLOL. I hate myself just as much as you do. Oh, why is this still playing? I hope to God you can fucking hear me because, I don't have a mic on, and I don't feel like putting one on because my phone's charging, and that's where my mic would plug in at. And my phone's almost dead, so it's not gonna happen. So I wanted to come on here and talk about something personal. If you know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna talk about how my grandpa died. I'm not joking. Okay, so it seems so fucked up. This actually wasn't the story I was going to tell, but I just thought of this earlier because, it's just a hell of a, I don't know, it just randomly crossed my mind earlier, and I was like, you know what, I need to tell my YouTube channel about this because I think it's very interesting, and I think we should have been given money, okay? So, real quick, quick story. Okay, have you guys seen the Final Destination movies? You guys know that movie, or that movie series, Final Destination, right? Well, one of the big scenes, I think it was in the first one. One of the first one was the second one for sure, but I think it was the first one. One of the big killing scenes was from a log truck, from the log truck ramming into the car or whatever, right? And they 100% stole that ideal from my grandpa's death. I promise you. This was back in, and actually it was the year 2000, which is weird because I think that was the year Final Destination came out, or they came out like a year or two after that. Anyways, weird. Whatever. But yeah, okay, so my grandpa, unfortunately, was killed in a car accident when I was 5 years old, I think. Yeah, I was like 5. It's year 2000, really bad snowstorm in North Carolina in the year 2000. It was like the snowstorm of 2000 or something, near Fayetteville, North Carolina, okay? So it was really, really bad. And, you know how, like, when the logs are on the back of the truck, you know how a bunch of them will stick out a lot of times? Past the gate, or whatever, past the trailer gate. And what they do normally is they put little orange flags on the ends of the logs. That way people can see the logs so they know, so they don't run into them or anything. So, well, unfortunately, with how bad the snowstorm was, maybe he didn't see it. Maybe the orange flags were ripped off or something. Or maybe they just were never put on. Actually, I want to say my grandma ended up suing afterwards. I want to say she got a lot of money. So maybe the flags just weren't put on or something. I don't know. I'll have to ask my mom about that. But the point is unfortunately he did not see the flags, and my grandpa was driving fucking who knows how fast, going down the highway, and it was actually right by the Spirit gas station back in North Carolina. Anyways, it was by the Spirit gas station. It was right down the road from it. Anyways, apparently they ended up pulling up behind a truck, and again, my grandpa didn't see any flags. Neither him nor his brother did. And next thing you know, there's a giant fucking log slams in to the headrest, and his brother lived. And so, can you imagine this? His brother was sitting in the passenger seat when he ran straight into the log. The log took off half his fucking face. Unfortunately, that's so sad. It's really fucked up situation. God, I can imagine being his brother. Like, holy fuck, kill me now. Like, what? Could you imagine fucking seeing that? Like, you're sitting right... Oh, my God. Anyways, this is a real, true fucking story, guys. This really happened to my grandpa. Yeah. You know what's weird is the night we got the phone call, and Mom and Dad answered the phone, I don't know, something seemed weird. Something seemed very weird about the night. I didn't like the vibe of it. And they said Grandpa was in the hospital and something bad happened. And I said... I don't know. I felt really weird about it, and I told my brother James, I said, I don't think Grandpa's going to come home tonight. Or I don't think Grandpa's going to come home from the hospital or something. And keep in mind, I was only like 5, so I knew my grandpa a little bit, but I wasn't real close to him. I've only been, so many years, so I didn't, you get what I'm saying? Anyways, and something about it just told me that he wasn't going to make it, and I'll be damned, he didn't make it. But yeah, the log apparently literally took off like half his head, like, my parents went in to go see him in the last moments. I think did he already pass? I think by the time my dad got there, I'm not sure. Maybe he passed right after, I'm not sure. But when they went in, they could hardly recognize him because his face was bandaged up and shit. Anyways, it's fucking horrible. It's fucking horrible. I'm glad I didn't have to see any of it, or I'm glad I was too young to really deal with what happened, or really think about the fact that, just the horrible fucking way that he died. That shit's pretty horrible. So now, everybody in my family is very cautious about log trucks. we're some type of way about them. We we try to stay our distance from them. Anyway, so it is kind of weird, not funny, but it's weird that Final Destination actually came up with that way to die, and that actually literally happened to my grandpa a couple years before those movies came out. So just psst, I don't know. I think we should be paid, but whatever. Anyway, so yeah, that's how my grandpa died. Terrible, right? I know. Anyways, it is weird that they came out with that movie. Yeah, so yeah, anytime somebody mentions that, I'm like, y'all don't even know. Like, that was a real thing. Like, that really happened. Anyways, it was terrible. I couldn't imagine meeting your brother, bro. Like, seeing your brother's fucking head took off by a log. Because, obviously, if you guys didn't know, the log didn't fall off the truck or anything. They had drove straight into it, because they just didn't see the fact there were logs sticking out the truck. And, yeah. Anyways, yeah, that was it's probably kind of depressing story. Anyways, I thought that was a crazy fucking story that I figured I haven't told anybody on here. So, yeah, that's your thought for the day. Imagine sitting by your brother and his head getting took off by a fucking log truck. God damn, that would be terrible. Fuck, I hope that, I don't know if anybody's checked on him. Is he okay? Like, is he in therapy? Jesus Christ, that's crazy. I don't know if he's dead now. They're pretty old, I would imagine. If he's alive. I don't know if he is or not. Anyways, I didn't really know him, I don't think. Yeah, this sucks. My grandpa, I only knew him for a short time. But the short time I knew him, he was really, really sweet. He always ate Planters peanuts. He had, like, this obsession with Planters peanuts. So he always smelled like peanuts, and he always had, like, a jar of Planters peanuts with him, like, everywhere he went. It was fucking... Anyways, he's a really nice guy. So, yeah, it's pretty horrible. It sucks, because I really like my grandpa. And I didn't get to see him much, you know what I mean? I didn't get to see him much and stuff, and I was so excited to have him around, and yeah, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. And I knew it. It's so weird. I knew it that night. Something told me, and this was before we even knew what happened. This is before we even know there was technically a wreck or anything. Like, they just told us something bad happened. Oh, I should pause this for her. So yeah, there's a weird, depressing story about my grandpa's death that I should be reimbursed for, I think, by Final Destination movies, because they stole his death. Not his ideal, because I don't think it was his ideal to get killed by a log truck, but, man, it sucks. He was a really nice man. Sad. So sad. Anyways, alright, let me let y'all go. Bye, bitches. Later.